Hello, this is LMB Simmer and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to go over the new expansion pack, Enchanted by Nature's CAS. I had thought I was going to be able to do it with the build by mode, but there was just too much. So let's go ahead and start by taking a look at the regular stuff, and then we'll see if we can change her. Oh, that does not look good. There we go. And then we'll see if we can change her maybe and do the fairy stuff. So if I go here, can I go by content packs? So we're going to go and click that one so that we can see what we've got. So we've got this nice sweater here, and it looks like it's partially tucked in. That is cute. Lots of nice pretty colors here. Looks like they're all kind of solids. Then we have this nice crop top, and it's also got some pretty colors. Looks like this would be one that's definitely kind of inspired for the fairies. And then we have this one. Oh, that one's pretty. It looks like it has a little sparkle too, which I like. Oh yeah, that one's real pretty. Some colors. That one's kind of weird with the two-tone, but I like the ombre ones. The direct two-tone split, that one's kind of a little weird. And they've got a couple of them, it looks like, that are that way too, and a couple that are more solid. Then we have this tank top with a sheer overlay, and it's got a little leaf pattern on the tank top, and then oh, this one's got a different pattern, and that one has an overlay pattern. That's cute. And another different pattern, so that's nice. And some ombre ones here as well. And then this one that looks like a petal top. Again, probably more for the fairies directly, but could also wear otherwise. Some very pretty ones there. Okay, and then I don't think there'll be anything specific. And the other ones, I think that's it. Yeah. So we'll do that, and then we'll do bottoms. And we'll go ahead and we'll look at the packs. So we've got these pants here, and they've got some leaf patterns on them. So nice colored. Are those ones jeans? Yeah, they're jeans too. Again, some of the patterns change with the colors. I like the ones with the little pattern pockets. That's cool. And then the short little skirt. Looks like this one is to match this top. And that one, you've got different colors too. And that's the one that's supposed to go with it. It's got a little bit of green, so it's not all white because there's a little green belt. Well, okay, we'll just do it that way. Oh, and then green in the back. That's kind of cute. And the little stitch up the back is cute. And then we've got this more kind of like tulle belt. Mini skirt. That one is nice. Got some fun colors here and some basic colors. So that one is cool as well. And then we've got this kind of like a Scottish Irish inspired tartan skirt kind of. And then it's got some solid colors. Oh, a patterned one. That one's pretty with the roses. And other patterns too. And then a few solid colors. And then there's one is a nice skirt as well. Oh, I like that. That's pretty. Ooh, that one looks like butterfly wings. Some pretty rainbow and ombres. And then we have these little rolled up pants that kind of look like jeans, and kind of, I apologize if you hear people talking in the background today, but yeah, okay, so that's cute. Any full body outfits? Let's take a look. Oh yes, quite a few full body outfits here. So That one looks like it has a bit of a sheer overlay because it's covering the belly. I like that one. That one's nice. And it's shorts. A couple more solid ones, but they still have a pattern. But the pattern's a little bit more subtle. And then, ooh, I really like this. That is a really pretty dress. Definitely some nice, pretty patterns and colors and designs here. Ooh, I really like this. This would be a really pretty fairy dress. Definitely like the ombre is so pretty here. And then you've got like this more like a caftan, or kind of reminds me of something my grandmas and great grandmas used to wear, but a little bit cute at the top. And I really like the sparkly in it. That's kind of cool. And then we've got this nice little form-fitting hugging dress with some interesting patterns. That's cool. And then there's this like workout gear one. That's kind of a weird one to have in this pack. Oh, it's not from this pack, so maybe I need to make sure I filter this. So it's not one I had seen before, but that's not from this pack, so we're not interested in that. So apologize for that one. Okay, so then we have, oh, look at this. These overalls are quite interesting. Different patterns, different colors. So it looks like the overall, oh no, that's not good. Hopefully I'm still filming. It looks like I am because I still see the microphone thing here, so that part's good. I'm not sure what interrupted, so we're gonna clean that out, and I'm gonna give it a minute because it's got the little timer wheel, like something interrupted us, but I'm not sure what. I'm gonna see what. I don't see anything in the background that it should be, so let's go in and hope that the game is still working. If it is, that will be great. If it's not good, because that means it crashed. But anyway, as I was saying, this looks like an overall with like a clear front panel, so that's kind of interesting and unique. I like that. And there's a couple different patterns here as well. And it's not overly patterned, so that's nice. No plain solid ones though. And then we have this other one here, also with more subtle patterns and various colorways. I like that pattern a little better. The little flowers, so cute. And then we have this butterfly fairy dress. Ooh, and it's sparkly too. That one's a fun one. I can see this one being used as like party dresses for sure. That one's pretty. And then we have this one here as well. Again, a bunch of ombre and multiple color effects. They're very pretty. And then we also have this very nice long formal dress here. This theme makes me think of like fairy royalty. And another kind of more like utilitarian working outfit. Oh, and this one even has like tights that go with some of them. Okay. So some of them have no tights and other ones have tights. So that one's also very interesting. And this one you have to unlock. So, but there's different color variants of that one too. It looks like it's a nice t-shirt pattern. And this one is also a dress, and that one is a other one. I'm gonna see if I can look up a cheat code here. Unlock outfits cheat. Let's see if we can do that. CAS unlock tag pack code. To unlock all hidden or clothing items. So, and then you need the pack code. Oh, so you have to know what the pack code is. So, can you just do all outfits? Unlock by pack. Unlock tag. Yeah, you have to count it. Sorry about that. Let's see. Not sure if I can. Doesn't look like. Is there a? Trying to find out if there's a simpler code, but I don't think so. CAS unlock by tag. So CAS unlock by tag space and then EP. So let's see, this one is which EP? Oops, it's taking a long time, I apologize. EP, I'll just type that out, let's see. Enchanted by Nature. EP launch. Enchanted. Okay. Well, let's do EP code. Enter. No. So I don't let's see, TS for EP list. So let's see what number this one might be, if we can figure this out. I'm not sure how updated this is, but business and hobbies. So this one is 19. So 19. So we'll see if that helps us at all. It doesn't look like it did unlock this one though. Oh, yes, it did. Okay, so she's wearing it. So there's what this one looks like. A couple solid options, but not many. And then this one looks like this. Another kind of 4G one for sure. Some pretty bright colors in this expansion pack. So if you also several neutrals, but there's not as lot of in-between colors. There's a few options for some outfits, but not all of them. Okay, this one's pretty cool too. You can see using some of these outfits in other packs with other pack stuff. Okay, So that's that, and then we want to look at shoes. So we're gonna go by the pack. Oops. And so we have, let's put her in a shorter one just so we can see, and we'll take the accessories off. There we go. So you've got these little sandals here, which are very nice. Oh, and then there's these little boots here with some patterns on it. A couple solid ones, a couple dirty grungy options as well. And then there's these heels. And this one has a couple of the ombre options. That's pretty cool. A few solid color. Oh, no, it's not solid color either. So maybe just one that's mostly solid color. And then here's the hooves. And there's some different ranges of that as well. And they're kind of like a boot. Any accessories that was just for this pack? Let's find out if there's any. So there is an arm thing up here. Oops. So there's this arm jewelry. That's really pretty. Like that. There we go. And I think that would do all the accessories, so, but maybe not, so just in case we'll go through all of them. Oh, yeah, there's some gloves. Wait, no, that doesn't have the pack only thing on it, so let's look. So there are these ones here, like little warmer style gloves, and then these ones which are like a sheer arm glove that you can do as well. And then rings. Let's see if there's any here for this. Nope, no rings. Toenails, no. Fingernails, let's see here if we get anything from there. Nope. And socks. Is this one from that pack? I'm not quite sure. Let's sort it out. Yes, so you can, oops, let's take the shoes off so we can see them. So some pretty little flower socks here. And there's a couple other designs. Nothing that's completely solid, but we have those. And then there's skin effects, which that I think came with the update, not specific to the pack. We'll take all those off. Style looks, let's see what they have here. So they have floral grandma, is not from this pack either, so no. Oh wait, here they do. They have this one, that is a styled look, nature's body, and that looks like that might be it, yeah. So, and then let's see what else. So let's put her back in one of these. We'll just go with this one for now. And then let's go to the body, and don't really see anything here per se. I might be missing something. I'm not sure if all these like skin tones were here before, but they have them. I think I've seen a few of them before though. And then tattoos that are specific. I don't think so. Oh wait, we weren't in the tattoos. Okay, so we don't want to, I don't want to paint any, so I think that one is a tattoo from this pack. I don't see a place where you can filter by the pack on this one, so we might just have to guess which ones are from this pack. That's from the other thing. So I'm seeing this one here, and then that one, and this one, and I think that one. So this one is like mushrooms, and there's different colors you can do, outlines or filled in ones. This one is like a Celtic looking design, and then this one is more like a vine looking design, and it's got some ombre looking ones, so that's pretty. Yeah, that's not from this one either. Then the left leg, so we've got on this one, so it looks like it's dirty. Okay, so you have like dirty feet, more of that vine one down here, and then this one, it has a floral one there, and the other leg has the same ones, and then the lower back has this cute little fairy frog, and the upper back has a fairy freezer bunny, and the stomach has more of those swirls. You can put the swirls all over the body. Chest here does not look like there's any chest ones, and a head one looks like is that one. Yeah, so it looks like you have a swirled one on the face, and it's a flower, so there's that one. And then for hair, well, actually, maybe we weren't done with the body. Let me see. What else do we see? So we saw the tattoos. I don't really think there would be any arm hair. That doesn't make sense. These also, I don't think have anything, have nothing to do with this pack or that pack. None there. I don't think there's any new body scars. Nope. Skin details. No. And medical wearables. Nope. Alright, so yes, we can go to the hair. I mean, the actual hair. Let's just remove that. Well, that works too. We're just going to look at the hair here and see what we have for hairstyles. So we're going to go and sort this out and see. Oh, it didn't take. Let's try that again. Hello? There we go. So we have this long curly one, and of course you can do this in any other colors. So you have lots of different colors here. And then there's, oh, that's an interesting one. So it's like a headdress, a very interesting fancy headdress. And then also different colors. And so again, another one where the headdress colors, might mean having to pick a certain color outfit to make it match, because they are not separate. I wish they would do them separate sometimes, because maybe you want to have, like on this one, maybe you want to have the hair color like she had before, but maybe you didn't want a lime green, orange, or yellow outfit, and then you're kind of stuck with having that either be jarringly different or trying to match it. So I'm not a big fan of stuff like that. Ooh, I really like that updo. Ooh, and this one is really pretty too with the glowing hair highlights. Oh, this one is nice. I like that. And again, if you had a particular hair color here that you wanted, but then the highlights are stuck in a particular color, you're kind of stuck with that option. So you don't really get much of a choice. So that is one thing that kind of is not the kind of bites about this. For instance, if you wanted one with the black hair, but you'd wanted like a black and red with the red streak, you could do the purple or this color, but it's not going to match the outfit. So that's how I feel about this one. This her I've seen in the trailer and stuff, and I find this one a bit interesting. It's an interesting hair for sure. There you go. And then this one also has the different colored lights in it. Looks like most of them match the same ones as the other one, so they use the same colors. So again, you're stuck with the same color combos, and whether you want it or not. So if you wanted this color blonde, they're gonna only have pink highlights. This one's gonna have like orangish gold, so you're stuck with that. So that is how that goes. And then you have this one on it. This one, the texture kind of comes off weird to me a little bit, like it's a bit fuzzy. I'm not sure if that's intended or not. And then you have this hair. And this is all the feminine stuff, by the way, that we're looking at. I will have us look at the other stuff eventually. And then you have the different horns that you can do, and antlers. And the antlers have a little jewelry on them. Again, stuck with the colors they chose for you. So, you know, if you're wanting your sim to have gold, but you want them to have this color, you're stuck with the silver. So another thing, this one is very pretty, and some different color choices. And then this braid looks pretty. Some of these would match hair colors, I think, pretty well. So you could almost make it look like an extension of the hair color. And then this little crown with the jewels is very pretty. And then I'm not sure if this this bonnet one's not part of that pack. So, and then they have those are under head decorations, okay. And then accessories, let's see if they have any here. So, we do have these cute earrings, and they're 1 ear each, so you, this particular one, you don't have to do both, and then this one does both, and there's different colors here of these earrings, and different colors here as well. Not very many color choices though on either of them, so that's interesting. And then you have, these are listed under glasses, but they kind of look like they're sitting on the face, kind of like a half between a mask and in light tattooing, so they call that glasses, I guess. Not really glasses, but yeah. And then necklaces, again, got a filter by the pack. So we've got this choker here. For some reason this top prevents her from being able to wear the choker, so we'll go here. We're gonna take that hat off, we're gonna take the glasses off. I'm gonna go back to that, but this is the choker. And then they've got this jeweled neck. There's a couple ombre choices, very pretty. And then there is this little Celtic looking key. That's pretty cool. And of course that I didn't think so. And makeup. We've got this fairy makeup here. And again, let's sort by the pack so that we see what we need. And it didn't keep. Okay, so let's try that again. So just the one eye makeup, it looks like. Nothing else is new in the makeup category. Maybe that's just not there. Eyelashes, nope. Cheeks, nope. Lips, do we have any new? Nope. Face paint, let's again Sort by packs. Face paint. So we have this one here. And some interesting different colors. Some are just more of the eyes, some are the whole face. And then we have this one as well. And then we also have this interesting number. So some interesting face paints there. And then let's see, what else do we have that's new? Nothing here. No new walk style, and I don't think there'd be anything in here. Doesn't make sense, but we check anyway. You can choose it was cause of death, so I'm sure there's a few new causes of death in here. I'm not sure if we can figure them out by looking. Is there any that makes sense? Nothing that makes sense specific to this pack. Aspiration, there is the aspiration to become to do fairy stories, wants to have a big impact. And socializing knowledge, there is the new one about elixir enthusiast. And let's see. Okay, and then in nature, there's the new one about nature nomad. And it looks like those are the only new ones. So that's that. Traits, we would have, I don't see one there or there. Lifestyle trait. I feel like there, you would think there would be like one, but I'm not really seeing any so far. So there isn't one under emotional or hobby or lifestyle, but social. Did they put any under social? I'm not seeing any under social, so no new traits that I can see either. Which is slightly interesting. Preference, I'm not sure if they've added anything here. Doesn't look like anything there. Maybe under activities. Natural living, okay, yeah, so there is some new hobbies, likes, and colors are the same, of course. Conversation, things seem like they're the same. Decor, pretty much seems unchanged too. Fashion, also unchanged. Characteristics, pretty much the same. We already did the music. So yeah, pretty much the same. And not sure if they added anything here. But in the way of life, doesn't seem like it too much. So nothing new there, of course. And then if we take the feminine off and we look, let's see if we can get, or maybe we can just go with, can we go with masculine? Outfit category, no. So I don't really, I took the feminine off, but it doesn't look like it. But if we change her to a male, then let's see what's offered there, if there's anything. I apologize again for the talking. So if you can hear the people talking in the background, I really apologize. So the men have a nice pair of overalls. They don't have a top with theirs. They also have this interesting fairy dress as well. So, and then they also have access to this one as well. And then these ones are again locked, but there are other versions of the other locked ones, the male counterparts. And so that's the full dress. The tops, they have this one here with the vest, and then they have the same kind of sweater, but a little bit different there. They also have access apparently to this top as well. And then they also have this tank top. So, well, that's cool. It's got a couple different designs depending on the color. So again, if you like a color or a design, you're stuck with the color, choosing between the color or the design because they don't have it where it's different. They have this hoodie right here. And, oh, okay, so on the back is the design of the hoodie on this one. Same thing again. Ooh, I really like that hoodie. That one is pretty. I'm surprised this is locked behind the males because that would be really cute for girls. I could see that. And a couple of them have designs on the front too. So like this one here has a front design. That one didn't, but this one does, and it's also very pretty and ombre. Yeah, so I'm surprised I didn't do a version of that for the females. And I apologize for all the noise downstairs, but it's what happens when you live in a house with other people, and you know, they say they're going to be quiet, but sometimes they just get to doing their things. So, nice t-shirt here with different designs. Ooh, that one's kind of a busy design. And then they've got this pocket polo. That's kind of cool. And then you have this open undone shirt. Lots of solid colors here with that one. And then this one's got some tree styles and some leaves and some other patterns. That looks kind of, reminds me of kiwis there. And then you also have this jacket, which is nice. A couple solid jackets with a printed shirt underneath. And then you have this fairy vest thing. It sounds like somebody is going to be talking on the phone, so hopefully they don't give away any important information while they're doing that, as I hate for that to be overheard. And then there's also this very fancy male top with the sparkles. That one's pretty. And, some have sparkles, some don't. What did the guys get for bottoms? So the same jeans, same patterns, colors. They also got a pair of pants like this. And then we'll take the shoes off so you can see this one as well. And then they've got this little skirt here with the very thin looking feathers. And then they have these little breeches here. And some of them look like they had worse for wear. And then these fancy ones that are made to go with this top. Some ombre choices here. So that one's very pretty. Male shoes, they got some cute boots. Here, lots of different color choices, the same hooves. And then they also have access to these sandals and these other little boots as well. So that looks like those are for both. Accessory wise, they also can do the arm bracelet. They have the same gloves, no rings, fingernails, or toenails. There is leggings. I missed these, so they might have had these in the female, because I did see it in the one pre-made outfit. The same little socks. So they have those. And then for the accessories, we're probably going to find about the same things here. So far, yes. And the same hood things I believe we are going to find here too. So if we go to Enchanted by Nature, oh, that one's kind of cool, an upside down watering can. That's hilarious. Some are newer looking, some are more weathered. And then they also have these head decorations. Facial hair, I don't really think there would be any new ones there. And for their hair, let's take that off. They have this haircut here, the short one, and then one that has like a Celtic design in it. That one, let's see if it's, whoops. Can I get you to turn your head some more? Too fast. It doesn't want to turn that way, but it looks like the design's the same in all the hairs. Then they have this one with flowers. Okay, so that's interesting. And again, depending upon what color of base hair, you're going to have to be stuck with those flowers, whether you like them or not. And then they also have that hair, I saw that in the females. They have this one. And then they have this slicked back one here, which is, most of these are kind of similar to the female ones. And then they also have this one, this updo here too, as well. So that is also theirs. So you have those choices there. And then makeup. They have the full face ones, so we can do these ones as well. Similar choices and colors here. That one might be slightly different, I'm not sure. These ones look pretty much similar to the other ones, to the female counterparts. So there you go. And that's that. Now, if we did go and make them into an infant, let's just see if they bothered to put anything in here for infants. So, for the males, there's no tops, but there is these cute little dresses. And, well, not dresses, I mean, it's a tank top and shorts. And then there's this one here with the little cap sleeves. So they do have the full body. Yeah, that's the full body. So no individual pants or anything like that. No shoes. Okay. And for the female version, probably going to be the same thing here, only the two full body ones. Yep. And then if we do toddlers, what do they give the toddlers? So with the toddlers, they gave them kind of the same outfit as the infants. And then they also gave them these cute little overalls with the fairy wings. That is so cute. No individual tops or bottoms. No. Oh, did they get shoes? Yes, then they got these cute little sandals here. So they did get those. Any boots? No. Yeah, that's the only shoes. Okay. And for boy toddlers, I'm imagining it's going to be the exact same outfits. Yep. Same with that. And the shoes, they don't consider those shoes for the boys. For toddlers, for children, we've got a couple different tops. So there is this top and this pattern one with a couple different patterns on it. And then this one with the fairy wings. A couple different wings. They're all the same shape, I think, but different designs. And that, oops. And then for the bottoms, no new bottoms. For the full body, no full body on the male. For the girls, we've got just this top classified. And then we've got two full body ones. So we've got this shorts one, a couple plain options, a couple pattern options, this cute little dress, and there's a couple different patterns here as well as colors. Pants, none. Shoes, again, they get the bigger version of that one. I don't think the males had any new shoes, did they? I don't think so. Yeah, no no new shoes. Accessories. Oh, how about for the girls? Is there any accessories for the girls? No. No leggings, no socks. Oops. Gloves, bracelets. Nope. Okay, nothing there. And then teens will pretty much be the same as the others, so I don't think we really need to worry about that. As far as the hairs go, though, however, I think usually, oh my goodness. So I think usually the hairs are about the same. So it doesn't look like they can have the headdress things. They don't appear to have access to the glasses either, or the other jewelry. However, for the, do they have makeup? Yes, they do have one full body makeup. So, it looks like the guy, like the one with the guys had two. And then hair. So again, just mini versions of the adult hairs there. So nothing different or anything like that. We did forget to check the toddler hairs. So, oh, the toddlers do have this cute little hat. That's so adorable. Don't see them having any accessories if the other ones don't. But the hair, so they have this hair, the one that's long with the leaves in it. Looks like that's the only one toddlers have, and then the infants, they don't have a new hair, but they do have that same cap that they can have. No new makeup. So that is that. So that completes the look overview of CAS as far as that part goes. Now, can I go back to this and pick an occult? Yes. So if we were to be a fairy, there are a few other fairy type options. So if you go into her fairy look, they have different wings that they can do, and there's so many different styles. I'm not going to go and custom paint them because right now if you use custom paint for anything, whether it be the fairy wings or cats and dogs or probably even horses for that matter, there's one other one I can't think of right now, tattoos, it turns your Sims into the black void. So no custom paint jobs, but you can certainly change the color set maybe here and do that. They also have the picked colored ways down here that you can pick as well, which should be a safe bet for right now until they fix that. But yes, there are plenty of wing options here. And then this one, is there any? I don't know if this one means you have no wings, I think. So yeah, just very, and some are more transparent, some are a little more heavy-handed with the color. So you have that. And then the outfits, of course, are all the same, so nothing new with that. And then you can make the wings, you can hide the wings, or you can show the wings, so either way. So that is the options there. Okay, and with that, we completed the CAS video. So overall, my thoughts are, as I had said throughout, I really like the clothes style for some of them. Some of them are very pretty. I can see some of the outfits being some of my favorites, and I love the wings are very pretty too. I like the idea that you can customize these wings. Unfortunately, it doesn't work right now, so you can't use that. But when it does work, when it stops glitching and making the Sims in a black void, that will be very awesome and nice. But the outfits, you're stuck with the colors. So, and some of the color choices, you either have to pick between the design or the color you want, and then with the hairs. So if you find an outfit you really like and you want to use, but then you wanted to have a particular hair colored sim, you can't use it because it doesn't match that colorway. So then you have to choose maybe a different hair color. So I really wish that those things were kind of separate sometimes. I understand why they don't do it, but that's, and that's why we all miss the color wheel from The Sims 3, but it would be nice because that way you aren't stuck with having to make choices for one thing or the other. All right, well, thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate you. Leave me a message down below, subscribe, and you have a good one wherever you are in the world, and take care until next time. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.